New York City and Washington, D.C., one of the most traveled between city pairs in the United States. My favorite way to travel between the two is to take the train, of course. The Amtrak Northeast Regional is fast, comfortable, and usually pretty affordable. But sometimes it's fun to try out one of the many alternatives to Amtrak. So in today's video, we are taking coach bus operator Peter Pan.
Hey everyone, welcome to a brand new Trains Are Awesome video. I'm Tom and I am at the Port Authority bus terminal here in New York City. This is my very first time traveling out of this bus station. Headed home to Washington, D.C. tonight. Decided to try something new, so we're going with Peter Pan. I've heard very mixed reviews about both this bus station and Peter Pan, so we're just gonna see for ourselves what things are like.
The Port Authority bus terminal is the busiest bus station in the entire world. Located right by Times Square, it sees up to 8,000 departures a day. It is served by long-distance coach buses such as Greyhound or Peter Pan, but also by many New Jersey Transit commuter buses. To be honest, after hearing stories from people, I was expecting a dark, disgusting, and depressing facility, an uncomfortable experience, but it really wasn't. Sure, this isn't the most modern-looking building in the world, but there were lots of shops and people walking around, and I would definitely travel out of here again someday. As the name suggests, the Port Authority bus terminal is owned by the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. In 1937, the Lincoln Tunnel opened underneath the Hudson River. This allowed coach bus operators to run buses into Manhattan, and that they did. There were so many buses coming into New York, and the city did not want them to spread all over Midtown, so construction of the terminal began and it opened in 1950. The bus terminal is located right next to the entrance of the Lincoln Tunnel. Inside the terminal, there are several different ticket offices for each of the operators who use the station. The station has an impressive 223 gates that buses leave from, spread out over 4 floors. There are also additional floors for retail and office space. The second, third, and fourth floors are all accessed by these ramps outside. Some of the ramps even connect directly to the Lincoln Tunnel. Peter Pan buses, on the other hand, leave from the lower level, underground. Unfortunately, the bus terminal has almost no seating areas, and I get it, they don't want people to just hang around, but still, if you want to get to your bus early, your options are basically standing or sitting on the floor. Let's talk about Peter Pan. Peter Pan is the main character in the 1904 play written by we're talking about the buses, sorry. Well, Peter Pan Bus Lines was obviously named after the famous boy who never grew up. A man named Peter Picknelly founded the company in 1933, naming it after his son's favorite bedtime story. The company is based in Springfield, Massachusetts, and has been family-owned ever since. They mostly operate in the Northeastern United States. In fact, I think DC is as far south as they go. And this is kind of an unrelated side note, but I've always thought it would be funny if they went into the airline business since Peter Pan's whole thing was flying, that and being a bad role model for kids. Also, in an even less related tangent, the whole using pixie dust to fly thing is obviously fictional. Everybody knows that Metra is the way to really fly. Anyway, sorry about that. All Peter Pan buses leave from the lower level, and the nice thing is each destination has its own dedicated gate. So our bus to DC left from gate 73. We had an 8:30 departure, so we made sure to get downstairs in plenty of time. Our coach today is a J4500 series built by Motor Coach Industries. Our specific vehicle is among the newest in the entire fleet, having been built in 2023. It at least looks very clean, light, and modern. Okay, these seats, not terrible. The seats were nicely padded, and they came equipped with power sockets and USB ports, footrests, reading lights, and retractable armrests. There's also a reasonable amount of recline. It's not Amtrak, but it was good enough. Small bag storage is available in bins above the seats, kinda like on an airplane, while large luggage goes underneath the bus. All pretty standard stuff.
Baltimore, Maryland. Street would be Haynes Street, and Washington, D.C., which will be Union Station. There's a restroom located in the rear for your convenience. Please use guardrail. I should arrive in Baltimore, Maryland around by 11:45. We'll do the pull-off at 12, Washington, D.C. Should be there 12:50, 1 o'clock at the latest. Besides that, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy the ride.
For most of the journey, the lights were off, thankfully, but when they were on, they were a bright green. I know somebody who didn't mind the green hue.
My favorite color is green. I'm so happy.
We've entered the Lincoln Tunnel, and I have to say this was probably one of the few times I've ever been in this tunnel and traffic was not absolutely backed up. Not a bad start to our 4.5-hour journey to Washington. The best part about this trip is that it was mostly non-stop. Our only intermediate stop was in Baltimore. The fact that we weren't dropping anybody off in Philadelphia or Wilmington, not only did it speed up our trip, it also made it more restful and relaxing. The directness of the trip definitely made it worth the $40 that we paid per ticket. Soon we arrive in Baltimore. Peter Pan stops at the Greyhound station on Haynes Street, about a mile or so south of Camden Yards, and in what has to be one of the least transit accessible areas of the entire city.
All the Baltimore family, you all have a beautiful rest of the night and enjoy your weekend. All those who are continuing to Washington, D.C., which station will be Union Station. We are due to pull off from here at 12 o'clock. So y'all more than welcome to step off the coach.
Don't mind if I do. Gives me a chance to look at this brand new coach bus.
At the one intermediate station in Baltimore, came here to use the bathroom, but that doesn't look like that's happening.
The stretch to DC is over before we even know it. As we approach Union Station, we make our way down H Street. As I was gathering our stuff, I couldn't film for a bit, so enjoy some daytime shots for now. Peter Pan terminates at the bus station portion of Washington Union Station. This area also serves Greyhound, Flixbus, Megabus, and private charter buses. You can find it when you're in the main waiting room for the trains by going up a flight of stairs and following signs towards buses. We got in right on time, but unfortunately at 1 a.m. there is no more metro service, but luckily for us, we were able to use the DC Circulator, which runs until late in the night. The Georgetown route actually departs from the bus terminal at Union Station, so we barely had to do any walking to get on the bus. That was our quick review of Peter Pan bus lines. The experience was pretty good. No exceptionally annoying fellow passengers, decently comfortable seats. When booking a trip for New York in the future, I will definitely always check the Peter Pan website, and if they're the most affordable, I'll book them again. Thank you so much for watching today. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to Trains Are Awesome, and we'll see you next time.